Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today, man, I am southbound on the highway heading down to Daytona Biketoberfest. You know, I'm really curious what to see the whole thing is going to be like this year, you know, after Hurricane Ian and all that stuff. Is it going to impact the number of people that went? Because we have some good friends who live over in the Ormond Beach area, and their homes flooded, and it was quite a mess. And so I'm curious if it's really going to put a damper on the festivities and everything over there. I guess we'll find out here in just a little while. But behind me, if I look at my mirror there, you might be able to see a couple of lights of a CanAm SPYDER back there. That is Tony and Kimberly. They went for a ride with Coach Vic and I a long time ago. Tony reached out to me this week and texted and asked if I was going to be going over. So we're carpooling over. Yeah, so it's going to be a good day. Going to meet some friends. Jim from the DeLand Spider Rally. We possibly may be able to have some lunch today. That would be nice as well. But I've had quite a few people reach out, so hopefully I'll get to see see a few folks today. It's a little brisk this morning. Right now it's 54. It was cooler than that earlier when I was coming in through Perry earlier. Man, it was brisk, I will say that. Felt pretty good. Fall was in the air, got a little snap to it. I'm sure you guys up north, y'all are already experiencing some cold. We don't really get that cold like you do, but you know, for us, you know, in the high 40s this early when you're riding, it can get a little nippy. I wish I'd have had my camera running earlier. I had Tony and Kimberly behind me. I don't know that they couldn't see it. I'm sure I was well ahead of them. There was a guy pulling a Jeep. They have a place called the Mud Ranch up here. And the guy was pulling a Jeep, and a big section of chain fell off the back of his trailer. And you could see the sparks, and I had to move over to the left lane in front of a truck that was a little closer, you know, for my comfort. I really didn't want to go over there. But it was one of those things where, you know, he saw me, I saw him, we weren't going to hit each other. But it was one of those situations where you're like, man, I've got an exit strategy, and the chain ended up sliding off into the grass. I probably would have caught my front right tire as I went by it, though. Could have cut my tire. I just didn't want to risk it. You never know what these guys, you know, they have tow hooks on the back of these chains where they're locking them in. You know, these big mudders, you know, they're chaining their vehicles down to the trailer. So anyway, no harm, no foul, but got the old heart palpitating, I'll tell you that. All right, well, we're going to put in a few miles and hit a Love's truck stop somewhere around Ocala, maybe even make a little stop for them. They're going to do a little seat swap action here in about 50 miles. So we'll talk to you in a little bit. It's going to be a great day. Stick around, grab you a cup of coffee. Let's go to Daytona. Well, fast forward to about 100 miles or so, and we are in beautiful Ocala area, one of my favorite areas. I rode you through here recently with Coach Vic and I as we went to DeLand. This is kind of the same route. We're going to be heading up through Barberville just like we did with DeLand. This is one of my favorite rides in this part of the country. Look at that. Is that just absolutely spectacular, man? I get excited every time I come through here. I would love to be able to live like that, man, on that big farm all that time. Look at this. Look at the Peloton. Haha, cool. Yep. I remember doing that. I ain't that fast no mo. Biketoberfest is going to be pretty cool, I hope. Like I said, I don't know how big the crowd's going to be after the hurricane and all that, but we'll see. We got a truck pulling up here, make sure he don't miss us and get us. Give him a little wave. Always good to make a little eye contact. These little two-lane roads are just so pretty. We're going to be, you know, going through the National Forest again, just like with the land. Like I said, running through Barberville. The little bridge that goes over the top of the trees and all that. If you get a chance to do Biketoberfest or DeLand or something like that, and there was a dead deer on the side of the road, man, I'm glad it wasn't me that hit him. I hate somebody else hit him, but I'm glad it wasn't me. But anyway, if you're coming in from that northwest section so that you have to cross the state, I would say delay that crossing the state until you get down here. Stay off the interstate and enjoy it. I will, and really, you know, of the times that I've taken the interstate, this really doesn't take me any longer. I mean, maybe 15-20 minutes, if that. And that's if you don't get into some sort of craziness on the interstate. A week ago, a buddy of mine was on I-4 crossing from the Daytona area over to Tampa, and he spent over an hour sitting on the interstate. So many times I find that the interstate, although it's fast when it's fast, when it's not, man, it just absolutely obliterates your time. All right, well, I'm going to enjoy the ride. I'm going to stop, get some coffee and a little bit of gas, top off the tank. That way we're not, you know, needing gas immediately when we get into Daytona. So let's hit a Love's truck stop here in just a few minutes and enjoy the day. Man, it is a stellar day. Oh yeah, there we go, my favorite little bridge going over the top of the trees. You get to see that 2 weeks in a row. Look at that. Yeah, I want to say that man, Kimberly and Tony, man, they are killing it, man. We stopped at our last stop. I'm like, hey, is the speed okay? They're like, you can go faster. I like hearing that. Yeah, they're ready to roll, man. They've been putting in big miles. They did a trip out to Louisiana, a 600-mile day. I mean, they're on it. So they got them a new Sea to Sky. We'll be showing you that here in just a little while, man. That's a good looking machine. Just it's nice having cool people to travel with and talk with when you're at your stops. And we're going to hit the International Speedway first and see what's there. After that, I'm going to run by the Euro dealer, and I'm going to contact a couple of folks, text messages and all that stuff, and see if maybe we can work out a lunch date of some kind somewhere. And hit the Euro dealer, like I said, then maybe hit Main Street, and then head up A1A, maybe ride the loop and run out by Bruce Rossmeyer, and then head north to Georgia. That's my plan for the day. I figure between 500 and 600 miles today. It's a beautiful day. It was a little chilly again, like I said, when we left. Right now it's up to 75 degrees. So I've got my my Air Sevilla jacket in the back. I could just pull the liner out of this, but I opted to actually carry a summer jacket because it's supposed to get hot today. It's supposed to be right up near 90 degrees. So we're going to blast on across the National Forest here on Highway 40 up through Barberville like we did last week. And we're even going to make the turn towards DeLand on 17 and grab 92, I believe it is, on up to the International Speedway. That'll keep us off the interstate and out in the pine trees. But man, it is a beautiful day. I'm glad you're here with me. So do me a favor while you're with me, if you would, subscribe to the channel, share it, and all that jazz. All right, we got some miles to put in, a lot of pine trees. Check out the tea bucket. That is awesome. Man, I love it. That's something I've always wanted to. Oh, we have been making some really good time here on 40 as we come across the state, man. The traffic has been absolutely minimal. We've seen a few bikes heading out the other direction. Looks about normal as far as the traffic going out is. We'll see what's there. Seen a lot of cool stuff, I know that. A lot of cool stuff. We are in Volusia County. Yes. We are practically here knocking on the door. F3, huh? Pretty cool. We just jumped in behind a big line of Harleys. We're just right on in on these guys. All right, well, we are here, Daytona International Speedway. You can see the fencing around the racetrack right over there. It's nice, man. A beautiful day, nice ride. Started to warm up a little at the end. Again, I got my summer jacket with me, so I'm going to be swapping out of that. Wish I'd have been running the camera earlier. A guy came by. He was he had the ape hangers. He was wearing short pants, a t-shirt, and flip-flops, and was texting on his phone that was on his handlebar with the music blaring. Oh man. I love it. I do. I love it. I love everything about it. That's good looking right there. I love the sissy bar on that bike up there. Come on. Wow, looks really good this year, man. I think the turnout is better than last year. This is awesome. We're just gonna go right over here. We're gonna find us a spot. Hi. How you doing? How you doing, buddy? Just like that.
And that open belt drive, just awesome. So while we're enjoying the Suzukis, one thing you got to know, you know I'm a MotoGP fanatic. This is Joan Mir's motorcycle. Super cool, amazing. These bikes are state-of-the-art, $1 million machines. This is Mir's MotoGP bike. He was a world champion a couple of years ago. Suzuki's no longer in MotoGP after this year, through last year there. This is his 22 machine from here.
Carbon fiber discs. Oh yeah.
And no day would be complete without a drag bike. We have to have a Euro Trash knockout. Check this out, this is pretty cool. So you ride your bike up on it, you load the front tire in the chock, and it sits up and you roll it around the garage. That's pretty cool. All right, let's walk around, see what we can find, see what trouble we can stir up. All right, we've mentioned this brand on the channel. Check them out. You'll recognize it when you see it. Boom. So I don't know if you heard that or not, but it's Rivaco. It's a German brand, so the W is pronounced as a V. There you go. Now you know. For all of us who were saying Rewaco or something, I don't know what I was saying. I never said anything because I knew I'd get it wrong, and I was right that I got it wrong. That's a clean motorcycle. That's a very nice, clean looking motorcycle. You know, I see a lot of glitz and I see a lot of glamour, but that right there, that's where it's at. Function, a little bit of style, just a good machine. Also, we got the Adventure Boys over here hanging out in their own neighborhood. We got the Tenere 700 and an R1200. You know how it goes. The goal is to catch as many dollars as you can. Extra cash in there for you guys. We want to make some speed. Check out this beast. It's awesome. My back hurts just looking at it. So break time in the shade, the music's loud, the bikes are loud, everything is crazy loud, but it's awesome. If you could see above me, I am sitting in the grass by the Daytona Motor Speedway. Very awesome place. If you've never been here, you owe it to yourself to come. A really cool spot. We've done some jeeping on the infield out there. We've been to some races over here. Of course, Bike Week, Biketoberfest. Now what they did this year, they took everything and they really consolidated it onto one end of this area. It normally runs the whole span across the front of this place, but they made it a little smaller so it feels more busy than it really is. I mean, it's busy, but when you look at where it normally is, way down here, all this is empty, and that was really surprising to me because it looked crowded when I pulled in, and it was because it was all compressed on that end down there. See, pre-COVID, all of this that I'm going to show you was packed. So as you can see, that is a lot. That is a big area, a massive area. Heavily underrepresented Triumph, one of my favorites.
All right, well, the time at the Speedway is done. Now we are going to roll over to the Euro dealer. Don't want to run over these people. I think I can get right through here. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, 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 big ding, 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 boom. All right, just like that. That's a good eye I got there, I'll tell you that. Please don't hit them. Little kid. All right. Thanks. It was good, man. We had a good time. Just doing the whole thing, man. It was just awesome. Walking around and checking everything out. Starting to get warm. It is starting to get warm. Yes. If it wasn't hot though, if you didn't have a little bit of hot and cold, it wouldn't be Daytona. You know, you have to kind of experience the whole thing for what it is. But yeah, I love this ride over. But like I said, we're gonna hit the Euro dealer up here, and then cruise Main Street one good time. So look at this now. You would have never seen this years ago. Look at the Gold Wings. There's like 6 or 7 of them, and then this group of Harleys, and you just would never see that years ago. We got a Spider here and a Spider behind me. The amount of motorcycle diversity that we are seeing out here, you know, whether you're, and that's a Honda right in front of me, and a scooter over there. But as you can tell though, the king over here, as always, is Harley. I would expect nothing but, right? American Iron, baby. Oh yeah. Here's the famous Daytona Beach Bridge, though. You always have to get a shot of the Daytona Bridge. There you go. Nice view for you. I can't believe how well, and I shouldn't say this because I know I'm going to jinx it, but I cannot believe how well the traffic is moving. Again, there are a lot less people here than I initially thought because everything was compressed to that one end. I mean, normally this is just bumper to bumper to bumper to bumper, tire to tire to tire, you know. You hear everybody revving them up when they go to stop. Oh my. All right, well, I'll turn this thing back on when we get just a little bit closer. All right, so I'm in the Triumph BMW dealer. Man, we got to check them out. So let's look at these beautiful bikes. They're awesome. This is a personal favorite. Great color, man. You know,
it is wild, isn't it?
That's awesome, isn't it?
I mean, it's making me because of my orange sunglasses.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like, all right, well, this is how this works.
You match it. Look at that. Yeah. Awesome. That bike is for you, man.
Too good. That's the problem.
That is sweet.
This has got a neat line to it.
It does.
With this is kind of a neat thing to do on too. It's pretty sweet. It reminds me of that Keanu Reeves makes those
the Archangels. Yeah. Cool.
It has that same look to it.
Nice to meet you, man. So tune in next week and you'll be able to see Main Street, lunch with Jim, and the Loop, and who knows what else. All right. Well, do me a favor until next time. Go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are definitely doing it wrong. I'll see you on the road real soon. I'm going to go hit Main Street.